I bagged the good cheese as raw chicken, and my sister-in-law went home hungry. So every Sunday my husband's family does this dinner rotation, and once a month it lands at our house. I don't mind cooking. What I mind is Danielle, my sister-in-law, the woman who has never once brought a dish but always leaves with the most expensive thing on the table. It started small. A jar of the fig jam I drove 40 minutes for. Then the olives. Then she figured out I buy real cheese, the aged stuff from the shop by the highway that runs about $30 a wedge. And she started treating it like her personal severance package. I'll just take this home for the kids, she'd say, already wrapping it in a paper towel and dropping it in her purse. Not asking, announcing. I let it go for almost a year, because Ryan kept saying, that's just Danielle, don't make it weird. But then last month she made it weird all on her own. We were all in the kitchen and I set out the cheese board I'd spent honestly too much on. Danielle picked up the manchego, held it up to the light like an appraiser and said, God, it must be nice to blow money on this when you don't have kids. Some of us have real expenses. The room went quiet. My mother-in-law laughed the nervous little laugh she does. Ryan looked at his shoes, and Danielle just cut herself a piece and kept talking. I smiled. I actually smiled. And that's the moment I decided I was done being polite. So the next dinner, I planned ahead. I bought 2 of those cheap freezer bags, the frosted white kind you can write on. Into the first one I put a pound of raw chicken thighs, sealed it, and wrote good cheese for Daniel across the front in black marker. Into the second one I put the actual manchego, the aged Gouda, the fig jam, all of it, and I wrote raw chicken, keep frozen. Then I stuck them both in the garage freezer, side by side. Dinner went the way it always does. I cooked. Nobody offered to help. Danielle showed up in a coat that cost more than my stove and told me the roast was a little dry, but sweet that you tried. Around 8 p.m. people started packing up, and right on schedule Danielle wandered toward my fridge. Where'd you hide the cheese tonight? I want to grab some before it's gone. Garage freezer, I said, not looking up from the dishes. There's a bag with your name on it, literally. She lit up. She loves being catered to. She went out to the garage and came back holding the bag that said good cheese for Danielle, grinning like she'd won something. See, this is why you're my favorite, she said. You get it. I really do, I said. She dropped it in her tote without opening it, because why would she, and swanned out the door with a wave. I did not stop her. Ryan asked if I wanted help drying, and I said no, I was good. I was great, actually. She called me at 9:40 that night. I let it ring twice. Did you seriously give me raw chicken? I opened the bag in front of my whole family. Marcus was expecting the cheese. I told everyone we were doing a little wine and cheese thing. Oh no, I said. Did you grab the wrong bag? It said good cheese on it, in your handwriting. Weird. I labeled everything so carefully. I could hear her kids in the background asking where the snacks were. There's a bag in my freezer that says raw chicken. Guess the cheese ended up in there. Honest mistake. You can come back and get it if you want. Silence. She knew. I knew. We both knew. You did this on purpose, she said. Low. Danielle, why would I put $30 cheese in a bag marked raw chicken? That'd be crazy. You know me. I'm just the lady who blows money on nice things she can't share. I let that sit. It's really good cheese though. I'm having some right now. With my husband. In my house. With no kids to feed, apparently, so she hung up. Ryan came in as I was cutting into the Gouda. He'd clearly heard my half of it. He opened his mouth and I slid the board an inch toward him and raised my eyebrows. He took a piece and sat down. Danielle hasn't shown up to a rotation dinner in 3 weeks. And last Sunday, for the first time, somebody else brought the cheese.